I've never been to India and not real familiar with the movies, but it's one of the bucket lists, one of the things that I look forward to. I'm still looking forward to coming there and experiencing it. Most of the people who come up to me excited about the movie are the younger people. They've been introduced to the movie. I see them dress up with their Ghostbuster jumpsuits, and they're turning their cars into ectomobile, and there are Ghostbuster chapters in every country all over the world. I mean, there are millions of us, and I feel like we're family. We did the movie over 30 years ago, and I thought we'd never get together again. And then suddenly we're there on the set. I put on the jumpsuit and I see Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, and I got emotional.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 18 Showsha. I am Bohni, and I am here with none other than Mr. Ernie Hudson, talking about the new film in the Ghostbusters series, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is going to premiere in India on television on Flix on 25th September. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you? Good to see you.
Great, great. Welcome to India, in a way, virtually connected, but great to be able to talk to you today about this very popular film franchise. First of all, tell me, how excited are you about the fact that Ghostbusters Afterlife is going to premiere in India on television on Netflix on 25th September?
I'm very excited. This is a movie that we all feel very happy about. The studio, Jason Reitman, everyone worked so hard on. So I'm so thrilled that it's going to be showing there in India.
Great. Sir, I'll have to ask you, have you been to India? Are you familiar with our movies?
Well, not really. I've never been to India and not real familiar with the movies, but it's one of the bucket lists, one of the things that I look forward to. I'm still looking forward to coming there and experiencing it. But so far, I haven't been able to make that happen.
Right, right. But of course, your movies are very popular here. You know, Ghostbusters is a franchise popular all over the world. Tell me, you know, after 1989 to 2021, there was a long gap in the franchise, and then it came back with a brand new cast and, you know, a brand new story. And you are also a part of it, although even if a small part. But how excited were you to see the franchise being rebooted in 2021 when it released?
I'm very excited because Ghostbusters is one of the movies chains that that it touches generations. So families, the older people, grandparents still love the movie, and little children, you know, 2, 3 years old, they enjoyed the movie. So it's nice to see families come together and just really you know, get something out of the movie and share the movie together. And for so long, fans have been asking for another movie, and it took forever. But finally, Jason Reitman, who was a little kid when we did the movie, he stepped up and came up with this great script, and now it's back up, and the fans are very happy, and I'm very happy for the fans.
Right, right. How different was the feeling to work with a young cast as Ghostbusters, you know, and also be part of that, you know, wear the uniform again, use those, you know, equipments again. How different did it feel to walk onto the set while filming this one?
Well, you know, we did the movie over 30 years ago, and I thought we'd never get together again. And then suddenly we're there on the set. I put on the jumpsuit and I see Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, and I got emotional. I just, because I love these guys so much. I'm so happy that we're coming together. And then the young new cast is so talented, and it's nice to see it move to a different generation as we move into the future. It's nice to see younger people carrying on. So it was just great to be a part of it.
Right, right. Also, the film released after the pandemic and was a success, which goes to say a lot because films weren't really doing that great, after the pandemic, becoming a
Yeah,
success, as a success from a franchise which existed in the 80s.
yeah.
So, I mean, what is the kind of response that you received? Do you think the film has still, resonated with the younger audience and the Gen Z generation?
Yes, very much so. I Most of the people who come up to me excited about the movie are the younger people. They've been introduced to the movie. I see them dress up with their Ghostbuster jumpsuits, and they're turning their cars into ectomobile, and there are Ghostbuster chapters in every country all over the world. I mean, there are millions of us, and I feel like we're family, and it's so wonderful to see how young people have just embraced the movie.
We also got like a female version of the Ghostbusters in 2016, which you are also a small part of. Do you think that the franchise did not really originally give so much space to women, so this version was necessary?
Well, I think it was necessary. Of course, in movies, you have a vision. And this was Paul Feig, who was the director and producer of that movie. They wanted to do a reboot. And I felt that it's 30 years later, so it should be a continuation. And when you do a reboot, you sort of do the same movie over again. And I think that was not a decision that I was happy with. But I was happy to see the of the ladies. They're all so talented and so funny, and I'm very thankful that they asked me to come and be a part of it. But I think the fans wanted to see a continuation of the original Ghostbusters, and I think that some might have been disappointed because of that.
Right, right. So I mean, from Ghostbusters Afterlife, we also expect like from the post-credit scenes and everything, there is some kind of a hype that has been built about the sequel. What can you tell us? What can we expect from the sequel?
Well, in the sequel, you'll see the sequel is, because it's been so many years, a rediscovery. And so we have the young people who aren't really aware of the Ghostbusters.
Yes.
But as they began to discover it, we also began to remember and discover it. And so that's, I think, it's an unveiling of the past, and as we move into the future, and that's, for me, that's really, really exciting.
Right.
And of course, the world has to be saved, and so we have to save the world. So, but it's so wonderful to see the old cast come back together and be a part of it. But it's really the new generation's movie. It's not about the old guys.
Right, right, right. But you still seem to have like a lot of energy to go up against the ghosts. That's really exciting to watch, and I'm sure. What is the feeling like, when you're shooting these movies again? Is it nostalgic or is it energetic? Do you want to match up with the younger ones? What's the feeling like?
It's a little bit of all of that. I think now that so many years have passed, and we all have children, we all have grandchildren of our own. It's nice to see young people come in and not only just embrace the movie, but do such an amazing job. And there's not much to teach them because they really are more than qualified and prepared, but it's just nice to still be included, to be a part of that mix and see them create in ways that I couldn't have imagined. I think 30 years ago, where we are right now in film and TV, none of us could have imagined. And it's a better place, and I'm excited. It's very exciting things happening, and Ghostbusters is a part of that.
Right, right. Great, great. Okay, we are all looking forward to the television premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife in India on 25th September. And thank you so much, Mr. Hudson, for your time today. It was lovely chatting with you. See you soon. Hope to catch up again.
Thank you so much. Take
Thank you
care.
so much.